Good morning.
Good morning. I hope I did it right this morning. I didn't do
Yeah,
like last week where I just was like looking where I'm clicking and
yeah,
not
that was
starting the
that was
intro.
that was an interesting start to the show last week. But you know what? We're live. Sometimes we have technical difficulties that can't be controlled, and none of this is staged ahead of time, as you guys can tell.
Oftentimes we have technical
Yeah,
difficulties,
we
I would
do.
say.
We do.
Well, it's an amateur show, so that's what you
Yeah,
get.
yeah, it is. And
So, how was your week?
it was good. It was good. I was going to say what week it was today, but I'm not
Nope.
sure. So I'm going to say we're almost at week 60 of doing the show.
Of doing the show. Yes.
Of doing the show. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Good
It's
morning, Gail. Gail Archambault is watching. How are you doing
oh, there we
today?
go. Hey
Yeah.
Gail. Yeah, that's you've got some interesting pieces at Archambault Iron Works. Did you see that piece that she has attached to her message with the big face, with the big mouth?
Oh, no, I did. Oh. Oh, isn't that interesting? I'll
Yeah.
have to blow it up because my old eyes are not looking at that very well. Speaking of old eyes, um
Oh.
I don't know why that brings that back, but I visited a doctor this weekend with my daughter online again. I just want to touch base on that again and say and tell people that this is an option that's available
Mm.
because a lot of people still don't know that you can do that. But if you have an iPhone or a smartphone, you can download an app called Telus Health, and you can have access to a doctor.
Well, you don't have to have it on a smartphone or an iPhone. You can do it on your computer, can't you?
I don't think so. I'm
Oh.
not sure. Maybe you can. I'm not sure. I know that I have the app, and so I just go in and I select what kind of doctor I need,
Yeah.
and then select a time for my appointment. And at that time, the doctor calls, video calls, and then you can tell him all your woos and and
Woos.
woes. What do you? Yeah,
Woos. Woos.
woes.
Your woos.
It's the
Hmm.
French in me. That's
I'm saying, what kind of woo are you going to be talking
I'm
about?
wooing the doctor. No, seriously. So anyways, yeah, my daughter had a little wart on her wrist, and
Hmm.
so you just show the doctor the little wart, and the
Hmm.
doctor makes the diagnosis and prescribes the whatever it needs to be prescribed, and so
Hmm.
it's super cool. I really am thankful for this kind of thing right now because I I don't know about you guys, but I want to stay out of hospitals or clinics as much as I can. So this is nice and easy.
Yeah, I don't know how many doctors are actually taking patients even in their offices right now. I haven't called mine in a long time, but I don't know if they're actually having people coming in even.
Um, I think during the stay-at-home orders, probably not working very much. Maybe emergencies, but anyways. So
But I mean,
yeah, so
there's certain things that you can show like that on the screen, but there's other things that you
yeah, of
have to
course,
go
there's
in
there's
for.
things that you have to have analyzed and stuff, but
Yeah,
it's pretty cool that they can actually,
yeah.
order tests and order medication. They'll send it right to your pharmacy if you need a prescription renewal, for example,
Hmm.
or so it's kind of handy. And right now, my daughter's my daughter and my two sons, their family doctors skip town. Um,
Oh,
so they don't have a family doctor to go to. So this is coming very, very handy.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
really, the other option is the clinic, and do you really want to go sitting in there right now? No,
No,
or the
no,
or the hospital unless you absolutely have to.
yeah. Yeah, I want to wrap my kids in bubble wrap right now. Try to, they go outside and play, and I feel like wrapping them on bubble wrap to
Yeah.
make sure nothing happens to them.
Well,
It's,
yeah.
yeah, I don't want to have to go to the hospital. Touch wood. Hopefully, there's no broken anything in the next 6 months.
Yeah, my one of my friends called her son was in a really bad motorcycle accident. He's actually in Ottawa at the trauma unit right now.
Oh,
So yeah, he had to obviously they had to take him in here and take him up to Ottawa. So that's not something you want to really have to deal with right now for sure.
Yeah, for sure not. Like it's
Yeah.
anyway. And the numbers are not going down, man. It's like 2 weeks into this lockdown and this what is it, a week in the stay-at-home orders or more than that now? I stopped counting. But anyways, yeah, the numbers don't seem to want to go down. It's been oscillating around like 38, 3,800, 4,200 like all week last week. So hopefully it starts soon.
Yeah. It would be nice to kind of see that, but
Yeah.
But I
But
like I keep saying, I think we're going to be wearing our masks and doing what we're doing for a good year or two still.
the masks is not a big deal to me anymore. Like I don't
Well, especially
actually I
not our
actually feel
masks.
naked when I when I go out without my mask.
Well, especially our masks. The Sika masks are great advertising, so
Yeah.
it serves a good purpose.
My 16-year-old is always when he goes out, it's automatic. He puts his masks on,
Hmm.
no matter if he's walking down the street to go to a corner store or if he's going in the truck to go somewhere with me.
Hmm.
He puts his mask on automatically, and people look at him weird, like in the car wearing his masks while I'm not wearing my mask, and it's like, but it's automatic. Yeah,
Well, I watch
I'm
people.
glad
I
it's a
mean,
habit though, because
yeah.
they're
Well, people are walking down the street and they're kind of going to the corner store, and they're quite a ways away from the store, and they're already getting the mask out and putting it on. So I
yep,
think people are just getting used to it.
yep, yep. So that's good. Anyways,
But another thing with I'm really enjoying the Zoom meetings. So I don't know about you, but it's kind of neat. I mean, that's one thing that came out of the pandemic. So I'm joining a lot of meetings and meeting a lot of people that I probably wouldn't usually run into
yeah,
because we can only be at so many places, right? So
right.
it's kind of
Well,
neat.
I'm already, me. I'm a homebody to
Yeah,
begin with. I don't like to go out. I mean, I'm kind of antisocial, not without being antisocial, kind of antisocial, but
yeah,
I like people, don't get me wrong. I don't mind people, but I'm a homebody. I like to stay at home. And those Zoom meetings are fantastic because I don't have to go
mhm,
anywhere. So
yeah,
I stay at home, but I see people at the same time, so it's the best of both worlds for me.
yeah.
Um
No,
Yep,
I was
I love it.
thinking that
I
this
I I had a lot of Zoom meetings last week actually, and yeah. But you
yeah.
attended one on Friday that was pretty interesting.
Saturday. It was
Saturday.
yeah, it was on Saturday. It was I just want to make sure I say it right. It was hosted by Yafa Go Goa Willie by Cornell, and it was talking to members of the Cornwall Interfaith Partnership, especially Mr. and Mrs. Kaporis, who have been. They were going to Amos Corners Public School when, of course, when the school was operating, and they were teaching children values, which I think is really, really important. I was writing a lot of notes because I would forget. I mean, especially things like love, peace, nonviolence, righteous conduct. And at the end of the school year, the kids would get together, they would make posters, and each child pledge to, with like, hold up one of those values. They would have it on their poster. I think it's a really good idea. But of course, things have changed. School's not happening right now. And I'm not sure if they're going to be continuing or not. It doesn't sound like it, but it was a really nice meeting. I kind of needed that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need that contact with people.
So when I was growing up in Quebec, we had our schools were like Catholic, right? I was
Hmm.
going to a Catholic school, but when we hit the high school, we had the option to either um, take religion class or take something called, if you were not a Christian, you could take something called moral,
Okay.
and it was teaching you basically moral values, right?
Yeah.
So it was teaching the kids the moral values, because religion has a lot of pros and it has a lot of cons. Like i've
Hmm.
i've i've posted something just this weekend on my timeline about a church. There was a letter published by this church who was condemning somebody that was gay,
Mm-hmm.
and kicking them out of the church basically because they were gay. And so I, they say hate the sin, not the sinner.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was appalling to see what this church is doing to this person, because there's a million of people in church all the time that are sinners, that they do sin, but it's hidden sin, and they don't
Yep.
get kicked out of church for it, and they don't get talked to for it, like alcoholics or people. Even you're talking about, overindulging in food even is supposedly
Mm-hmm.
a sin, right? So why do these people don't get kicked out of church? It's just a bias, right? And
Yep.
so but one thing that's good about religion is that it teaches moral values, right? It
Mm-hmm.
teaches you know things that are guides to how you act in
Yep.
society. And so that's not this necessarily a bad thing. Like, I grew up learning Catholicism and stuff, and it gave me a base onto what to do and what not to do. So, but anyways, they had this moral studies, and it's just it's probably like kind of what Emer's Corner was doing, to make a
Yep.
long story short.
Yep. Well, I really like that school. All my three children went there. So it's a small school. You feel like a part of a big family. And
Hmm.
I'm sure this kind of class was wonderful. The
Yeah,
kids really looked like they were enjoying
enjoying
taking
it.
part in it. Yeah.
Right. My son just finished in his third quadmester. He was doing world religion,
Oh.
and that was really interesting. Like, he kind of brought me through his class with him, so,
Mhm.
but he learned about like a whole bunch of Hinduism, and like Aboriginal, anyways, it was a monks, and it was cool.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be interesting, actually.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's absolutely interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so
So
um
we were going to actually talk about working from home
so
because we
do you people work from home right now? Are you staying at home? Are you working from home? What are the challenges that you find with this? Is this new, or is this something you do all the time? We've been doing it for years.
yeah, but there's still challenges
There are challenges. Yeah,
like
especially now with my kids being home. um I find that I'm constantly being pulled away,
yep, and
because there's always somebody that needs
yep,
something.
and
And
the problem is that you're engrossed in like you're doing what you're doing, you're concentrating, you get pulled away, and it takes forever to get back
yeah,
into
because you're
doing what
you're
you're doing.
you're concentrating on something, and then you're pulled away, and then you go back and you sit down to your computer, and you try to get back into it, and then
Yeah,
as soon as you get back into it again, somebody else comes in and pulls you away, asks for something or whatnot. It's like, because we're home, they don't feel like um we're
we're
seriously
actually
working,
yeah, we're not working. We're
right?
just at our computers.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is too, I know with you, it's the same thing. With the graphic design side, I have a lot of deadlines. With our seeker right now, we have a deadline. There's always, you have to get things out to print at certain times or to
Uh-huh.
clients at certain times. So we're always working towards deadlines that just get interrupted.
Absolutely. It's kind of a pain in the neck. So we're curious to know what you guys think about that. How are you dealing with working at home? Do you have a door that you close and you tell people you're not coming in for 8 hours while I'm working? Or is it an open door policy where anybody can interrupt you whenever they want? Um, I don't have the luck. I have a door, but I mean, I can't really close my door except for Monday mornings from 10 to 11.
Yeah,
They know not to bother me. But
yeah.
other than that, it's always like, got a lunch to make, got to help somebody
Somebody
with a
somebody needs
computer,
a coffee.
coffee. Yeah. Speaking of,
Speaking of coffee,
I, yeah. So I've had a heck of a week.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. It's getting to me. It's really, I'm tired. Are you
Yeah.
tired? I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of being tired.
I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Well, I'm not sick, but I'm tired. Yeah, definitely tired.
But I mean, our lives, we're working from home anyway. But it's just, I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's not like we're doing anything different.
No,
But
but it's been a long time. So, I guess it's accumulation, week
yeah,
after week after week. It just gets heavier and heavier and heavier and I
because
hope
I'm
this
used to
stops.
also being out on the road doing sales and stopping in, kind of driving, just stopping in, talking to people. But I'm not doing that right now because a lot of places are closed, and B, it's stay at home, and you're not supposed to be going out unless you need to. Because
Yeah.
remember, often I would just be out and then I'd stop in, chat with you.
Yeah.
We'll catch
Yeah.
up,
It,
plan our
there's
week, and we're not doing any of that anymore.
no, no. And anyway, it is what it is. Hopefully sooner rather than later we're going to be out of
Hmm.
this stay at home order and the government really has to rethink this whole thing. It's like it's crazy. It's insane. Like patios closed? Really?
Yeah.
Like why? I know
Yeah.
they say that they've seen more infections now coming from outdoors, but I mean, I don't know. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Well,
of
well,
lot of
we
the
need to
rules
we
and
need to
regulation.
look
Yeah,
at something
okay,
that
we're seeing the little doggy today.
something that's a little happier because I know
That's my cue.
conversation.
That's my cue to stop talking.
Well, that's the cue to stop talking about depressing stuff and try and keep
Yeah,
it up and a little bit more positive.
yeah. So, let's talk about one other outcome that's been positive about the pandemic, and I mean, those things probably existed before the pandemic, but they really have taken off since the pandemic started. Is
Hmm.
a whole bunch of box services
Hmm.
have been popping left, right, and center. Subscriptions, that you can get every month. You pay a certain amount of money, and you can get it every month or every 2 months, and then you get a surprise box. So they have like these art supplies boxes that you can subscribe to. They have these makeup boxes that you can subscribe to. So they send you a whole bunch of samples, so you can
Oh.
see different products and try different products.
Hmm.
And even there's one that I subscribe to that's called okay, um,
Okay.
it's called Naughty Knickers, and it's underwear. So basically, every 2 months, I think it is, every 2 months for like I think it's $10, I get 3 pairs of underwear.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's kind of cool. You have all these subscription services that you can adhere to, and I don't know. I think I shouldn't rely on outside stuff to make me feel happy, but in these days, like
Yeah.
it makes me feel happy to receive a package once in a while.
Even if it's a package of naughty knickers.
Even if it's a package of naughty knickers, but they're not all naughty. Like they're just
Okay.
underwear. It's just the name of the site, but it's kind of
Yeah.
cool. And
It's
and of
kind of
course,
it's a catchy name, that's
it
for
is a
sure.
catchy name. It's pretty catchy. And of course, there's all the food services that you can adhere
Hmm.
to as well.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we use Chef Plate, and it works well.
I know even Pitt Street Garden, like you can subscribe and you can get like a box of fresh
Yes, I always forget.
vegetables, and that's a really good one.
Yeah, I always forget, but I always want to go and register for that one. So
Because
but
again, you open Facebook and he's showing all the different fresh stuff that he's sending out each week.
I love it when I get my Amazon package. Yeah. Yeah, so do I. But what that does though is that it makes your boxes pile up.
Yeah.
Empty boxes. I'm like under a pile of empty boxes right now. And incidentally, there's a service for that too.
It's amazing how people are pivoting, right?
They are like, I mean, and it's awesome. Like it's great. So this lady has started this service a while back, but it really took off during the pandemic,
Mhm.
where you can take your empty boxes and fill them up with whatever, like gently used clothes or
To-
household items,
toys, maybe.
toys. So you just fill the box up with all the stuff,
Mhm.
and then you seal your box, you print the label, and you go and drop it off at one of their drop off locations, and then they send it to charity. Um,
So actually, where does one find information for this? Because I know you were
well,
mentioning Mitchell's Variety Store is one of these
so there is an
people.
article on the Seeker website. I wrote an article about it last week, and all the information is in there. There's a
Okay.
few there's a few spots in our area that accept the boxes, and so you could go on a website and find all this information. I'm gonna put the link up. Let me find it. I'll put the link up, so if you want to go and check it out, you're more than welcome to. And yes, it is Mitchell's on Pitt Street. That
Mhm.
is our local depot. And they have also one in Chrysler, I believe, and I
Okay.
think Morrisburg. I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
anyways,
that was the other thing I was wondering too, like for donations and drop-offs, like Maison Baldwin House and Salvation Army and stuff. I'm wondering if they're actually accepting anything right now.
I'm not even sure during the stay-at-home order.
No, because I'm pretty sure I looked over. I'm not too far from Salvation Army, and they usually have like a bin where you can put stuff. And I'm pretty sure the bin was gone, but there was all kinds of bags and stuff on the ground. So actually, we should look into that too, because maybe they're not accepting anything right now.
Yeah, yeah. But I just and I know, the criticism will be, well, why don't you support local and drop your stuff off locally
Hmm.
to a charity locally? And that's a valid point. But um, what I like about this thing is that you get rid of your boxes at the same
Yeah,
time.
but I'm sure they're going to be going local anyway. I wonder where they're going to take stuff.
I think so it goes to a depot in
Okay.
Mississauga, I believe, and then it's
Okay.
redistributed in the entire province.
Where
So
it's needed.
I don't know where it's needed the most. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So
it's a really good idea.
I thought it was a kind of a neat little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't done it yet, but I have about 10 boxes here that I am planning on filling with the kids
Hmm.
and going to drop off after.
You're going to fill the boxes with your kids and you're going to drop them all off.
I'm
Wow, that
send-
should be interesting
I'm
to
sending my kids.
make sure we get a picture of that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna put one kid in a box just for the picture opportunity.
wow. That would be a good one.
Yes, it is a wonderful thing to do. No? I thought it was neat. Anyways.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Yeah, yeah. No, look for the picture, because I will take a picture of one of my kids in a box.
Put
They're
the
always
smaller.
in boxes anyways. They play with them all the time. Like, I mean, they love hiding in boxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Kids and cats, they love boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, you buy them expensive presents at Christmas, and then they're playing
Yeah,
with the box, you know.
yeah. They play with the wrap and anything else but the toys. I
Right.
remember those days.
Right.
Crazy. You know what?
Oh boy.
Something really neat happened this past week. There was a little knock on the door, and I'm like, I just kind of see little heads, like the very tiny little heads. When I open the door, and there's this little boy and a little girl. They had to be about 8 and maybe 6, with a plate of homemade cookies. It was so cute. I'm going to make them a little card and drop it off. So they're a few houses down the road, and we had a fire earlier. So they said, Mr. and Mrs. Sheldon, we made some cookies for you because we know you had a little fire So here's some homemade
Oh,
cookies. And I'm like, oh my God, that was so cute. So then
isn't that sweet?
it was very unexpected and it was really nice. And then I find out the other day, there's the same kids are going around the neighborhood with little bags and cleaning up, picking up the garbage.
Oh my God, that's
So
so
I thought
sweet.
that was so sweet. So I'm going to see if I can get a picture of them actually, and get some
That's
permission and
nice.
stuff. But I
You know,
think that's so nice at
it
this
is,
point.
and it's bringing sunshine to people, you know?
It does.
It's it's
Yeah.
it's it's like so I was gone for my walk 2 weeks ago on a Sunday morning, and I walked all the way to Farm Boy and I came back
Hmm.
home. And then I got home and in my mailbox there was orange pound cake that Lisa Gray, one of our writers,
Yeah.
dropped off in my mailbox, and it completely made my day. You
Yeah.
know, it's sweet. It's just and it tells people, hey, I'm thinking about you. You know, um, here's a little something to cheer you up. I know you're having a rough time, so it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
And there's
it's
that's another bonus point with the pandemic. I find people are kind of caring about each other more.
ah,
Well,
yes, they
okay.
are, and no, there aren't. You know,
Yeah, you're
like
right. I knew you'd
there's
kind of
two
say that.
sides of it. Like
Yeah.
it actually, I adhere to one page on Facebook that's the restaurant review page. I think you're a member of that one too,
Hmm.
the Cornwall restaurant review
Yeah.
page. And my whole editorial last month was about being kind to those people. Like people are so quick to go on that page and publicly tear up a company
Yeah.
for something that sometimes is just a preference, not necessarily something that the restaurant has done poorly, but
Hmm.
it's a taste preference, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just it's heartbreaking to see those reviews. Sometimes I feel so bad for the restaurant owners who have been through so much already this year and
Yeah.
has they have had to jump through so many hoops. Um, yeah, I just be kind, before you post something about how you
About
feel about a
about
personal
anything.
preference. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing if you find a bug in your meal, you
Hmm.
know. It's another thing if you just don't like that kind of pepperoni on a pizza.
Yeah.
So, anyways, just be kind.
Yeah. It's true because I do find right now people are kind of a little short tempered
Very
and
short temper. I think we're all
it,
we're all at the end of the rope, really. So
yeah. So I mean, it's scary to post anything. I mean, even when I post something on the Seeker page, I always
I know
think,
you're
okay,
always like, she's
I'm
always like,
always,
should I post this?
yeah.
Should I not post this? Like, is that going to be controversial? Is people going to start commenting about like how,
Is
you
it going to offend anybody? Because
yeah,
basically
we're walking on
everything,
eggshells all the time.
yeah. But like you say, there's always going to be somebody that's going to be offended by anything. So
Yeah, you can't please everyone. And that's one of
yeah,
the main issues right now with our government. They're trying to please everyone
yeah,
and they're injuring everyone by doing so. It's like they put something in place and they walk it back because people are bitching, and then and then people are bitching because that's not enough, and anyways, it's just they're trying to please everybody, and you can't please everybody. You got to do what's best for everybody.
I actually felt quite sorry for Premier Ford in that press conference last week because I'm sure he's having a hard time.
What about you people? Do you think those tears were real or were they crocodile tears? Because a lot of people are saying, he's a good actor.
Yeah, they were saying he's just takes that glass of water just at that right time.
Said, yeah, he must have had a good drama teacher. Maybe Trudeau taught him. You know?
Oh,
Anyways, I don't know if the tears were. They seemed heartfelt to me.
they
I
did to me too, but I definitely wouldn't want his job.
oh gosh.
It's a very difficult job because again, nobody really knows completely what is the right thing to do because this has never happened before. So
Yeah, but the main complaint was that he's been he's been told by experts for weeks and weeks that we were heading where we are right now, and he
Hmm.
did nothing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, there we
going
go.
to no frills and seeing all the lines, but not feeling too bad because the cashier working so hard still manages to be so wonderful and make you forget you just stood in line for a while. They sure are great frontliner. Yes, they are.
It is true.
It is true. They are great frontliners. So why are we not vaccinating our frontliners? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand that at the beginning we needed massive vaccinations for the long-term care homes because
Hmm.
that's where um, outbreaks were happening and that's where people were dying,
Yep.
right? But after that, why did we go to vaccinate a whole bunch of people who are most likely retired and who can stay at home, who have the luxury of staying at home? What we're
Yeah.
seeing in our ERs right now are people who are the frontline workers, who are working in factories, who are working in
Yeah.
grocery stores, and who are dying right now is 50 to 59. There were
Yeah.
3 deaths in the area in the last 14 days um, that were 50 to 59. Please, Mai-Liis, put your dog up. I got
Yeah.
to
I
stop
think
talking
I
about
think
this.
I'm gonna have to. I was gonna actually mention too that poor little 13-year-old. That's very,
Today,
very
yeah,
young.
we learned today of a 13-year-old. Anyways,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I'll another dose of dog just in case. Look at
Your
the
weekly
flowers.
dose of positive dog.
Yeah. Look at the flowers and the smile.
I feel better already.
Yeah. Anyway, we need. Are we going to be doing a taste test today?
Oh, we should. Hold on. I gotta cue the thing.
I'm starting to feel hungry
Okay, let's cue
or
it.
hangry. Hangry.
Hangry. Okay, so you brought me 3 things. Are we doing all 3?
No, we don't have to do all three. You can choose something.
Oh, I'll let you choose.
Now I mean, we're trying to do local stores. It isn't quite what I envisioned because a lot of local stores you can't get into right now. But I don't know. Do you want to try the veggie straws?
Okay.
To me, it seems like it might be something kind of healthy.
Um yeah, I wonder how healthy these are really.
It
You
says
know, cuz
no artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives.
are you guys familiar with this product at all? So, so Veggie Straws, just the name alone makes it sound like it would be healthier than chips, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if you look at the calories and the fat content and all that jazz.
I like the way that it says snack smart, guilt less. I like that.
Mm. All right. Well,
What do you think? You got sugar is one.
sugar is one. Oh, well,
I'm
that's not
looking at the
bad.
back.
Sugar is
Oh,
not
that's
bad. Even the fat is not all that bad, but saturated, 1 gram of saturated fat.
calories per one bag is
Oh, that's awesome. That's a hundred and
130
a
for the
hundred
whole
and
bag.
that. Yeah, 130 calories for the whole bag. So I guess it would be better than chips.
Sodium though,
So
210 mg. That sounds like it's very high.
that's a lot of sodium,
Yeah, a lot of salt.
a lot of salt, and the ingredients seem to be it's not too bad.
Now, is it stuff that you can actually pronounce? Because my mother says if you can't
Yeah, if you
pronounce
can't
it,
pronounce it,
don't
it's
eat it.
bad. But no, it's not too bad actually. Tomato paste, veggie straws, potato starch, potato flour, cornstarch, tomato paste, spinach powder, cane sugar, salt, potassium chloride, uh,
Beetroot
beetroot
powder and
powder,
turmeric.
turmeric. Oh, turmeric.
That's good.
Canola oil and or sunflower oil and or sunflower.
Safflower oil and or
Okay.
sunflower oil and sea
Okay.
salt. Actually, you know what? Those are
It's
all
not bad.
ingredients. we can pronounce.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. And okay, so let's give it a try. I got a somewhat orange one.
I've got a green one.
All right, so let's try it.
I like it.
Yeah, I could snack on that. I'm gonna try a green one.
It's actually pretty good.
They're not bad.
Oh, it's a good little snack.
Oh, hi, Erica. How are you doing, girl? We haven't seen you in forever.
And yeah, they do taste like chips.
They do. They taste good. Oh, the kids like them. Okay, that's good. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a winner.
That's a good one.
Definitely.
We'll keep the other two for next week. We won't even show them.
Yep. So if you have any suggestions of what we can, okay. So actually, before we go to that, what grade would you give that?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. I probably 8 or 9.
I'd give it a 7, just because there's like this little back taste that's kind of like, I don't know, chemical, I want to say. And it's funny because there's no chemicals in there really.
Isn't.
So I don't know where the chemical taste comes from. But so I'd give it a 7, just because that little back taste is kind of bugging me. It makes my tongue feel weird.
I think it's a little bit, they're a little bit salty too. So that might be part of it.
It might be. All right. So I'll give it a 7. Mai-Liis gives it a...
We'll give it an 8.
8. All right. So we'll post those on our website.
And I mean, I am trying to stay away from stuff, though. It is hard, like trying to stay away from snacks. We seem to be eating quite a lot of almonds these days. Almonds and walnuts are good for you.
Yes, they are. You know, go ahead.
Oh, especially I found out like any hard nuts are good. Like the walnuts are softer. Cashews are not the best. Peanuts are not the best, but almonds are hard nuts, so they're supposed to be healthy.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Oh shoot, senior moment?
Yep. Now I lost it. I completely lost it.
Oh boy.
So if you have any suggestion of something that you would like us to try on this segment of the show, please let us know. I don't know what we're gonna go to. We have a few more things. This was purchased at the Dollarama, right?
At the Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. Okay. So if possible, we'd like to support our local store. So if you know of a store that has a special snack that you would like us to try, we'll do that. I think we're going to be sampling some of the stuff at the Happy Popcorn Co. In the future weeks. And if there's a flavor of popcorn you would like us to try, let us know. We'll do that. They also have like a whole bunch of old-fashioned candy that we can get our hands on and try.
Oh yeah, they have quite a bit of British candy too, which I like. So
yeah, they have also, I think, like Japanese stuff. Like well, anyways, we'll go and sample some of those.
Yeah, and well, I picked these up. Like, you know, Dollar Tree is still, I mean, it's still local, but you know what? They've done a really good job of cordoning everything off other than food. You really cannot buy anything else.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the same, but I had to pop in at the Dollarama the other day because they have these neat little filters that you can put in your masks. I haven't seen them anywhere else.
Yes, I have some of those. They came with, speaking of masks, I would like to do a shameless plug here. If anybody needs branded masks that is for their business or something. We VerseCore Tech Designs does branded masks. They're about want to say 15. I'm not sure. I think they're $15 each, and they take about 10 days to produce. So if you need any masks, let me know.
To promote your business or something. I mean, you can what? Just get a person's name on it or get whatever they want
Yeah,
on it.
whatever they want, really. I'm like whatever.
Yeah.
These are the kinds that you put like this little
Yeah, the
filter
little
in.
filters. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they come with the little filter. So they come with 2 little filters. So that's kind of handy.
Yeah, like say I had stopped in and got a few packages of those at the Dollarama. And
Yeah.
what was really neat is they have things sectioned off. You can't buy a hairbrush. You can't buy a lot of stuff. And if you do go to try and buy it, they can't even put it through the cash.
Oh
Like
yeah. So that's been all blocked.
yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was just the aisles that were blocked, but the actual caches are blocked too. They can't even put them through. So,
Okay.
yeah. But
Yeah, and
again,
it's the same
you
thing
know,
at Walmart, right?
but a lot of people are saying, well, what's an essential for one person? You can't buy straws. Yeah,
There you go.
what's essential for one person might not be essential for somebody else. Because
Yeah.
somebody was telling me too, like someone started a new job and they needed work boots. Well,
But you can
couldn't
buy a
buy them.
beauty blender. Yeah. So actually somebody yesterday had a rant on Facebook about what you can and cannot buy. They were saying that they corded off all the barbecue and pool stuff, so you can't clean your pool.
Oh boy.
So you can't buy chlorine for your pool, um, which kills bacteria and
Yeah.
viruses and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But you can't buy it right now. But you can't buy a makeup brush. That's essential. Like, you know.
Really? Well, I know at the Dollar Tree somebody wanted to buy a hairbrush and they couldn't.
Yeah, but a makeup brush you can.
Well, like I say, it's interesting to see what they deem essential and non-essential.
Yeah.
But gardening stuff, you can buy gardening stuff all over the place, which is good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not sure at Walmart you can anymore. I'm anyways,
oh,
I'm not sure, but from what I gather is that you can't, that's corded off now. You can't buy that anymore.
oh, oh. Gail just had a comment. It went
Yes,
away
she
fast.
said
Something about nail
I
polish.
I heard that you can buy makeup and nail polish. That's weird, but you can't buy shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Wow. But you know, last time people were complaining that you could buy whatever it at Walmart, that all the stores were closed off, except you could go to Walmart and then you could buy whatever the stores that are closed
Yep.
you could buy at Walmart. So, you know, again, it's one thing that you can't please everybody.
Yeah, but I mean, they're trying. They're trying to
Yeah.
give the little stores a
But are
chance.
they though? Like, I mean, have you seen anybody at Walmart counting people? Because I haven't.
I honestly haven't been to Walmart, so I don't know.
So they're supposed to have 25%
Yeah.
only. And I haven't seen somebody at the door counting people.
Do they have the security guards still at the door watching when you
I
go in?
I have not seen a person at the door.
Wow.
But I mean, who knows?
Because I
I
know
don't
when you
know.
go, there's a lot of the grocery stores, you can see the lineups outside.
So
And I'm
Erica
like,
says
oh,
not
not
once. Yeah,
once.
I haven't either. Not in this round.
Because
Like
they used
back
to
in the
have this,
day, they did, but
yeah,
not in this round.
security. The security was at the door. You'd think they would be
And they were
counting.
washing the carts, and like
Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
yeah. But I know the grocery stores, they're counting.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully they are. I went
Well,
to
I
one
know,
grocery store last weekend, and didn't seem like they were counting. I'm
well,
not gonna mention names, but
well,
didn't
I
seem like
know.
they were counting.
It looked like they were counting at Independent because there's always a guy with a clipboard.
That's
Farm
good.
boy. They were
Good.
counting. Liquor store, they counting because you can see them with the clipboard.
Yep. Yep. We have flower pots, bird bats, and lawn ornaments. So if nobody's allowed to buy from Walmart, they can come to our Chambeau. Yep, and it's local business, so actually it's better there than Walmart, if you ask me.
Yeah, and that's on the Highway 138. You can
Hey,
see
so
it
you're
as you're
going there
driving by.
tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna go stop in tomorrow
Okay.
to see what they've got. I've got a big bird bath fountain
Yeah.
that I got for Mother's Day many years ago from there, and I've toted that around with me from house to house, and I love it.
Do you can you pick me up something for birds, like, cuz I'd like to start getting birds in my backyard?
Like what?
I
A
don't know,
bird
like
bath or a bird
bird
house?
feeder or whatever is required. You're the expert, not me.
I'm
You
not
tell me
sure.
what I need.
I'll see what they got. Well, I have like about 5 different bird feeders, and then
Yeah.
I bought another one from Mai-Liis. Like it's a flat one with legs, and it sits on my table. So I have squirrels in that because I have peanuts. I have birds flying in and out.
So okay, next time you go to whatever where you can buy a bird house or whatever, a bird feeder, um get me some with bird feed and
and we'll
hook
see
me
what
up.
comes.
Hook
And
me
we'll
up.
see what comes into your yard.
Yep. Because I got, like, I'm redoing my backyard this year because we can't go anywhere, so I'm gonna make it a little oasis where I can retreat and just relax. So
Yeah.
I got my new deck, and then I got an awning. I got
Mhm.
a gas fireplace, and I got a little gazebo for my food table.
Nice.
Um, so now I'll have my little bird. Like, I'm probably gonna get a pool for the kids too,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna get my little bird whatever, and yeah, so it'll be my little retreat.
Oh, that'll be cute. I'll see what I can come up with.
Awesome. Last thing on my list is I would like to ask people if they have a trick for me, because I have tried just about anything on the internet that's recommended and I am not getting rid of them. I have a ton of fruit flies.
I thought the fruit flies kind of, if you had a fruit bowl with fruit in it, they kind of buzzed around that. So if you have nothing out, where are they coming from? I wonder.
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. I've put all my stuff in the fridge. Like,
Yeah.
I don't keep anything on the counter
Yeah.
anymore. And I've tried, like, all the tips. They say a soap dish with soap in it.
Mhm.
Try some apple cider vinegar or wine. So I have a little wine glass with some vinegar in there,
Mhm.
apple cider vinegar with a little. So I made a little trap for them,
Yeah.
and they go in, but I still have a ton. I don't know where they're coming from. Where do
Oh.
they come from?
And how do you get rid of them?
They like
Oh.
anything damp and dark, not just fruit. Good
Oh.
to know.
Okay.
All right. So I guess my sink has to be spotlit and dry.
Yep.
But yeah, no, they're a pain in the neck. I just don't know what to do with them.
How are those other things that you had? Those red things?
Oh, those are called what are they called?
Because
Box
I
elder
did.
bugs.
Yeah, because I found one. I have not found any more. I'm lucky.
Oh, you're lucky. Box
There's
elder
only one.
bugs are they're considered a nuisance, not a pest, so you cannot have them exterminated.
Hmm.
So you're stuck with them basically. And in the fall, try to find um, they try to find a way to get into your house, which is why,
Yeah.
like, in September, October, I always have like an influx of them inside.
Yeah.
Um, and then uh, they kind of hibernate and revive in the spring and in the summer. So I have a tree there in my yard that's what attracting them,
Yeah.
and it's a grown big tree. I'm not going to cut my tree for the
No.
bugs, so I kind of lived with them for quite some time.
Hmm.
And that too, I've tried everything, like they say to use dish soap and water and just spray them, but there's, like, in the summertime, I swear to God, there's like thousands of them.
Wow.
Like, on my fence, like, those bugs are kind of reddish. and
Mhm.
black, and in the fence was red last year. Like
Oh my
there was
God.
so many that the fence was red, completely red. So I actually have two trees, one in the back, one in the front, that are attracting these things. I
Wow.
was told this year that I can spray for mosquitoes and that it's actually going to take care of those bugs as well. I don't know how
Oh,
true that is. We'll see. I'll try. But they're so, like, there's a lot right now.
geez, you,
Usually I get them like
wow.
late in the season. Usually I'll get them around August.
But you've got them now.
I got them now. Like the front of the house is already starting to get a lot.
Well, they're gonna blend into the Sika red, so you should be
The
all right
cluster
this
bugs
year.
are really bad this year, and they go into houses too.
Oh,
Maybe it's not fruit flies. I don't know. How would I tell the difference?
fruit
They
flies are
die
tiny,
off in time.
tiny.
Well, these are not that tiny.
Oh, fruit flies are. Oh,
Look under the
look under
fridge
the grape
dishwater,
and
constantly
dishwashers.
dropping grapefruits. Maybe, oh, could be, I guess.
Hmm.
I'll have to do a deep cleaning of my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
It's overdue. Spring cleaning. Anyways, we have speaking of spring cleaning, we have a wonderful edition of the Seeker coming up in May.
Yes, we do. We're actually just finishing working on it today, so
Yep. It's called Gardens and Dwellings, and it's all about your house and
and your
embellishing
garden
your house and your garden. Exactly.
with a little bit of a twist on the. What did you put at the top? Gnomes and gardens.
uh better gnomes and garden
Better
better
gnomes and
gnomes and
gardens.
gardens. Yes.
That's what you put. Yeah.
So it's gardens and dwellings, better known as better gnomes and gardens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I was gonna check into something too. Like, where did garden gnomes come from? I love them. I mean, I love garden gnomes. I have them all over. I'm wondering how did they come about. I'm gonna have to
That's
check
a
that
good.
out.
We
Do a
should have
little
a
article
Yeah, we should have an
on that.
article about the origins of garden gnomes.
Yeah, I was gonna write something because I'm like, how did these things come about? What do they mean? You know?
Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Erica. Home hack for mosquitoes.
Well,
Use Listerine in a spray bottle and spray your wooden porch. I'm gonna try that for
yeah,
sure. And Gail has gnomes, Mai-Liis.
concrete gnomes. I'm
There
gonna
you
go check
go.
it out tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, the other thing I like, I know that I'm pretty sure they have them as gargoyles.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think they have those too.
Yeah. Gargoyles, there's a good history behind those as well. Like
Yeah.
that'd be another good little story to write. But we're gonna have there's in this issue we have stuff about your sprucing up your backyard, maintenance around your house in the spring. There's also eating your lawn.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're also telling you how you can eat your lawn.
Yep. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, so check it out. It'll be coming out at the beginning of May. Then
You
you
can
can
chill
chill
with
with
your
your
normies.
normies. What? While you're eating your lawn, you can chill with your
You
normies.
can chill with your normies. 6 feet apart though.
Yeah,
Ah.
they better be wearing masks.
Oh yeah, you're gonna put a mask on your gnomes.
I should.
Do you have any gnomes? Garden gnomes?
Do I?
Hmm?
I do actually. I should take a picture. I can't really bring it to you because it stands about 4 feet high.
Oh wow.
It's in the front office, and then I have little ones too. But I have a really big one that's my favorite.
So, because I collect gnomes for Christmas,
Yeah,
like
for
Christmas
Christmas.
gnomes. I have,
Yeah.
but maybe I should get a few gnomes for the front of the office. The
Oh,
seeker gnomes,
yeah, you should. Red
the
ones.
seeker gnomies.
Hanging out with your nomies.
Yeah, that's quite funny. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody too that if you do have any events, I know we don't have any in-person events right now, but virtual events, which are really nice to attend too. Like I said, the Zoom meetings and events are really neat. Please go to the Seeker.ca and put them in the events calendar. because it would be nice to fill it
Publicize
with,
them.
yeah, because right now it's, you know, a lot of people do impromptu events.
Yes.
So you don't really know that they're coming, but it would be nice to know what's coming up ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So, yeah, if you have an event coming up, go to theseeker.ca, click on events, and then there's a button that says submit an event. Just click on that, enter all your information, and it will be up. It's free, there's no
Yep.
cost to it. We're trying to help small businesses as much as we can.
Yeah, but if we don't know about your event, we can't help you advertise it.
Exactly. And
Send it over.
we're going to be starting this new segment. I talked about it last week, and I'm hoping that in a couple of weeks we're going to have our first issue, and it's going to be Friday Finds, where if you have a business, you can come on the show and show us your Friday find, your thing that your business is famous for, or whatever item you want to promote. You'll have some time you'll have 15 minutes to talk with us about your business, talk with us about your item that you're promoting, and then people can go and buy it on our website, and then we'll give you all the money that comes in. So it's kind of like a shopping channel,
Yeah.
but Seeker way.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, especially right now with people not being able to go into the stores, at least this way it'll give you a chance to show off some of your products.
Yeah. And so if you're interested, just send us an email at info@theseeker.ca and let us know that you want to be part of the Friday Finds, and we'll get in touch with you.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today. I hope that you have a fantastic week.
And a super duper day, and smile just like the dog. That's so cute.
See you next week.
Bye.